eNCA's Lindokuhle Xulu is there. He joins us now live. Lindo, a little earlier we had some angry commuters explaining just how difficult the bus situation is for them, getting them to work, getting them to school, leaving them stranded for hours on end, waiting for buses to arrive.
Well, definitely, Michelle, those were the words from the commuters, and even more so when earlier on the managing director, Tepo Makola from the Metro Police Department, from the actually Metro bus, said that, you know, the management saying that they understand these grievances. They were addressing people earlier saying that they do admit that there has been a shortage of buses because of old buses that went for repairs, and also that, you know, a shortage of drivers as well. But they were saying that, you know, they want to address this problem immediately, and because of this protest, they said that they will be trying to hire some of the buses from other companies so that to cater for the number of people here. And they're saying that they credit all of this to the shortage of buses. They credit it to the buses that have been broken, and they're saying that they need to get new buses, but because of budget constraints from the department, that hasn't been able to happen. So they were trying to fix old buses so that they can cater to the needs of their people. The people have spoken to the managing director, as I said earlier on in an engagement, saying some of their grievances more than going even further than the fact that the buses are always late, saying that sometimes the buses are always full and they had to cramp themselves with also people living with disabilities in the very same buses, and saying that they fear for the worst as to what would happen if those buses were to be involved in an accident. Those are the grievances that they were speaking with the managing director, and of course engaging with them. A question and answer session was there, and they have decided to actually have a meeting on Friday at 7 o'clock in the morning, saying that they will address those grievances. But for now, all they want to do is to actually, you know, keep their buses, and they're saying that they promise that the buses will be there tomorrow morning so that the commuters will be able to go to work, and they will be exploring the option, as I said earlier on, to actually try and hire buses from other companies. But those are the immediate things that they are saying they will be doing. On a long run, they will be speaking to commuters about their grievances and try to address them, which is on Friday at 7 o'clock.
So, Lindo, now that people have lost a full day of work, a full day of school, what was their response to this interaction?
Well, as far as the commuters are concerned, this was something that was necessary, absolutely necessary on their part to do, so that they get this type of response, so that they get their grievances heard. And the Metro bus MD who was here said that, of course, this is on the media and people, employers will be able to see. But he said that anyone who wants a letter can visit their department as well, and they will be issuing out letters also tomorrow, so that employers know exactly what was happening and the grievances that the commuters were trying to actually raise, as well as the commuters that were caught in this, because as we understand it, the commuters who came in the early hours of the morning are actually the ones who started this, and therefore affecting the whole bus system, which then led to other people who came later not being able to go to work to this morning. And the commuters also raised a point saying that they have to also try and reach out to schools and pardon the children, the school children using these buses who are here right now. I can see quite a lot of pupils, school pupils are still here and, you know, waiting for them. But what is happening now is that the crowds are dispersing, and the Metro buses are actually trying to take people to their respective places. We don't know if they're taking them home or they're still taking them to work, but that's what they're trying to figure out at the moment.
Linda, one of the ladies you were speaking to just a little earlier said they were so sick and tired, in her words, that they would in fact stop paying their fees and stop buying their bus cards, stop refilling their bus cards. Has this sort of placated commuters in terms of bus companies now mapping a way forward?
Well, that's what they said to the managing director as well, saying that they won't be paying until they see the change themselves. And even in fact tomorrow, saying some of them are still saying that until that meeting happens and until their grievances are addressed, they will not be paying anything. They will not even be tagging. Those who have actually bought the monthly tags will not be tagging until they see the change, until their issues are addressed, and until they are able to say that the bus system is operating as they want it to be and that they get to work in time. So they're saying they won't be tagging and they won't be paying until that happens.
Well, that seems fair, I suppose. Well, Lindokuhle, before we let you go, we've been advising motorists in the area to avoid using Rissik Street where those protesters had gathered. Is that situation now sort of resolving? Are people leaving the area and motorists and other people using the area can go back to their normal toing and froing there?
Well, very much so, Yuveka. Michelle, sorry. What is happening right now is that buses are allowed to move, because initially the people who had stopped these buses from moving are the commuters, and now they have allowed buses to move. So it is clearing up. The Metro Police Department as well as the South African Police Services are here directing traffic, and in fact they are even asking us to wrap up so that they can move buses next to us. So yes, the areas that were blocked will be operating as normal in a few minutes, because buses are allowed to clear up and people are dispersing to their respective places, and even inside buses taking them to places in which they had instructed the buses to do so.